Miss Bennet, I have struggled in vain, but I can bear it no longer. These past months have been a torment. I came to Rosings with the single object of seeing you. I had to see you.
Me.
I have fought against my better judgment, my moral obligation, my family's expectation, the inferiority of your birth, my rank and circumstance, all of those things. But I'm willing to put them aside and ask you to end my agony.
I don't understand.
I love you. Most ardently. Please do me the honor of accepting my hand.
In such cases as this, it is, I believe, the established mode to express a sense of obligation for the sentiments avowed, however unequally they may be returned. It is natural that obligation should be felt, and if I could feel gratitude, I would now thank you, but I cannot. I have never desired your good opinion, and you have certainly bestowed it most unwillingly. But I am sorry to have occasioned pain to anyone. It was most unconsciously done, however, and I hope will be of short duration. The feelings which you tell me have long prevented the acknowledgement of your regard can have little difficulty in overcoming it after this explanation.
And this is all the reply of which I am to have the honor of expecting. I may perhaps wish to know why, with such little endeavor at civility, I am thus rejected. But it is of small importance.
Well, I might as well inquire why with so evident a desire of offending and insulting me, you chose to tell me that you liked me against your will, against your reason, and even against your character. Was not this some excuse for incivility if I was uncivil? But I have other provocations. You know I have. Had not my feelings been decided against you, had they been indifferent, or had they even been favorable, do you think that any consideration would tempt me to accept the man who has been the means of ruining, perhaps forever, the happiness of a most beloved sister? I have every reason in the world to think ill of you. No motive can excuse the unjust and ungenerous part you acted there. You dare not, you cannot deny that you have been the principal, if not the only means of separating them from each other, of exposing one to the censure of the world for caprice and instability, and the other to its derision for disappointed hopes, and involving them both in misery of the acutest kind. Can you deny that you've done it?
I have no wish of denying that I did everything in my power to separate my friend from your sister, or that I rejoice in that success. But towards him, I have been kinder than towards myself.
But it is not merely this affair on which my dislike is founded. Long before it had taken place, my opinion of you was decided. Your character was unfolded in a recital which I received many months ago from Mr. Wickham.
Mr. Wickham?
Yes, Mr. Wickham. And on this subject, what can you have to say? And what imaginary act of friendship can you here defend yourself? Or under what misrepresentation can you here impose upon others?
You take an eager interest in that gentleman's concern.
Well, who that knows what his misfortunes have been can help feeling an interest.
His misfortunes, yes, his misfortunes have been great indeed.
Well, and of your infliction. You have reduced him to this present state of poverty, comparative poverty. You've withheld the advantages which you must know to have been designed for him, and you have deprived the best years of his life of that independence which was no less due than his desert. You have done all this, yet you treat the mention of misfortune with contempt and ridicule.
And this is your opinion of me. This is the estimation in which you hold me. Thank you for explaining it so fully. My faults, according to this calculation, are heavy indeed. But perhaps these offenses might have been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my honest confession of the scruples that have long prevented me from forming any serious design. These bitter accusations might have been suppressed had I, with greater policy, concealed my struggles and flattered you into the belief of my being impelled by unqualified, unalloyed inclination, by reason, by reflection, by everything. But disguise of every sort is my abhorrence. Nor am I ashamed of the feelings that I related. They were natural and just. Could you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your connections? To congratulate myself on the hope of relations whose condition in life is so decidedly beneath my own?
You are mistaken, Mr. Darcy. If you suppose that the mode of your declaration affected me in any other way, then has it spared me the concern in which I might have felt that you behaved in a more gentlemanlike manner. You could not have made the offer of your hand in any way that would have tempted me to accept it. From the very beginning, from the first moment, I may almost say, of my acquaintance with you, Your manners, impressing me with the fullest belief of your arrogance, your conceit, and your selfish disdain of the feelings of others, were such as to form the groundwork of disapprobation on which succeeding events have built so immovable a dislike. And I had not known you a month before I felt that you were the last man in the world whom I could ever be prevailed on to marry.
You have said quite enough, madam. I perfectly comprehend your feelings and have nothing but to be ashamed of what my own have been. Forgive me for having taken up so much of your time, and accept my wishes for your health and happiness.